Everyone able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So after done for the parameterization, okay, we have the one more scripting enhancements will be there. That is the correlation. So parameterization nothing but we are giving for the static input to the server. So correlation nothing but we are giving for the dynamic input to the server. Like correlation, what is the correlation? Nothing but correlation can be used to capture the dynamic value which are generated from the server side. Means when you are script recording, right, some server side values will be dynamic values will be generated. Dynamics values means what is the dynamic value? Means every time those values will be keep on change. So those values we can consider as a dynamic values.
Dynamic.
So how to we can like what is the process correlation means? So correlation two types. So one is for the manual correlation and one is for the auto correlation. Okay, so we'll start with the first manual correlation. So manual correlation nothing but we need to do for the manually, like we need to find the dynamic value in our script. And what is the manual correlation process we'll see. So like manual correlation process, like first point. So in manual correlation nothing but we want to do for the correlation nothing but what I told, correlation nothing but what are the values it is generating from the server side, like what are the dynamic values it is generating from the server side. Those values we can consider as a like we can do for the correlation. But going to the we can do for the correlation two types we can get, like manual auto correlation. In that manual correlation process we need to what we need to do means find the dynamic value in our script. Okay, and second point, find the dynamic value left boundary and right boundary. Okay, that is the second thing. And after that, find the dynamic value left boundary, right boundary is right. So what is the next step means we need to after find the boundaries. So where we need to keep that function means we need to write for some function. So where to write the function? Okay, and fourth step will be after like submit for the our function, we need to substitution we need. Substitution. So using these four steps we can do for the manual correlation. First thing, find the dynamic value in our script. So how to we can find the in this is the script we are recorded. After this script we recorded, so we need to find the dynamic value. So how to we can find the dynamic value means we need to record the script twice with a different type of test data. Like with a different type of test data, nothing but I will explain. See, for example, I will open our flight booking application only. See, same application, how we are recording, right? You can record the same way. Twice we need to record. Twice nothing, but two times you need to record with a different type of test data. Like you are recording for the Jojo and Bean. So these values you are giving to the through entering to the keyboard. So what we need to do? We are entering through keyboard. So what we need to do? We can do for
Parameterization.
Okay, then it's clear. Then after that, we are clicking for the flight. Now you can observe same to dynamic values will be two types, like server side values and application side values. So dynamic means what? Every time it is changing. See what happened, departure city and arrive city. user to user will change, or every time maybe I am going to the London to Paris and everyone will also go into the same place?
No,
Is it
no,
possible? No, right? Means these
no.
values also dynamically changing. So what are the, like, see, for example, I'm going to London to Paris. Maybe Ashwani will go to the Denver to Portland. So means user to user will be the departure city and arrival city will be changing. So means what will happen? So those values we can consider as a dynamic values. Means departure city, arrival city is also dynamic values. So this is coming from the where? Through application. So we find the dynamic values. This is the, and after the departure date, return date. So you are entering keyboard, right? So that is why we can do for the date and time parameterization, we can do. And number of passengers you are entering. So that is why you can do for the parameterization. And after that, seating preference will be there, type of seat will be there. So I don't want window seat. So that is why I select as none. Maybe someone will be window. Then this is also dynamically changing or not, seating preferences. User to user changing. So means this seating preference also we need to consider as a dynamic value. Means what we can do, correlation we can do. Now we identify the departure city, arrival city, seating preferences, and type of seat also you can observe. First to business and coach will be there. So maybe business coach means that is the cost. So depends on the user, depends on our budget. We need to select for the this type of seat also. So that is why maybe you can select business or maybe it's first, or we can, anything is possible, right? User to user. So this is also we can consider as a dynamic values. So it's clear for this window, we need to see the like departure city, arrival city, seating preferences, and type of seat. These all will be dynamic values. Click on continue. And after that, flight departing from the Denver to Portland. So these all will be available flights. So maybe my timing is 8 a.m. I am perfect for my timing, and the budget also is okay for me. So that is why I selected this one. But you guys also, everyone select the same. My sir is selected this one. I am also go to the same place. That is possible? No, right? So based on your requirement, so you maybe you need to change for the time or budget, whatever maybe you are changing for the different flight. We have the dissolved flights. So you need to change for the different flights. Means you are changing flights also. Means flight value also is changing. So that is why what we need to do. This is also one of the dynamic value we can do for the correlation. And click on continue. And after that, we are entering the data. Okay, you are entering data means what we can do? We can do parameterization. Click on continue, sign up. So means now through application, we identify the dynamic values. So what are the dynamic values we are identified through application? Okay. Through application, like first one, we find the depart city, and the second value we identify the arrive city, and third value we identify the what is that seating preference, and fourth value we identify the seating type. Next value will be flight value. So means by seeing this through application, we are identified these values. Means you can do for these all values will be correlation. So now we need to see. I told right, we need to record the script different type of test data. Means you need to give for the different type. Means first time you need to record with the Denver to London. Next time you can select for the Portland to Paris. So means you need to change for the user to user data, and we can record that script. And after record the script, you can compare that script. See, I open this script, and after that I want to another script. So again, I'm opening one more. Okay, because I want to compare. First
Sir,
point, what is the first
date?
point? What is the first point?
Sir, Sir, small doubt, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, date is also changing, no, sir, date.
So date is changing. That is why you are doing for the parameterization, right? The date and time we are doing for the parameterization only. You can do for the correlation. What will happen means you will not get for the accurate results. So that is why date and time is a fixed to you can do for the parameterization. Clear?
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So I'm freshly recorded. You can observe. For example, I don't have any. So now you can observe. So two scripts we have. Okay. Now this is the one script I recorded, assume, and I selected for the London to Paris here, and this script. See, this is the Los Angeles to Portland. Means I changed for the data and I recorded two scripts. Now what we need to do is to find the dynamic values. How to we can do means we need to compare these two scripts. So how to we can compare means using for the online, we have the online compare tool will be there. Okay, textcompare.com will be there. See, text compare online. You can once click on that, it will first window it will show. You can click on this, and now you can come here, and we have the two windows. This is the one, this is one. Okay, first you need to copy the entire value. Okay, you can copy the entire value, go to here and Control V, and I paste it. And after that, you can go to here and go to the second script. You can copy this, Control C, and go to the here and Control V. So now we are copied what are the two scripts we recorded with the different of test data. Now we need to compare means click on that compare button. Okay, this is the compare button, just click on that. See, comparison is completed. Now you can observe. So this web submit data, this will be functions. So that is will be not a dynamic value, but you can come here, web submit data, login, and you can observe user section value is equal to, you can observe 1349 is there, 10 is there, but here you can observe 134338 will be there. Means this value is changing or not, you can observe. So where it is changing in that place is a blue. So indicating, you can observe user section value is equal to, means user section value will be user to user changing or not. When you are recording the script, every time will be user section value will be generating. So this user section value is changing or not?
Changing.
So if it is changing means what we need to do, what is the we can consider as a the user section value is coming from the server side. So for example, is this is for the login page. What will happen means maybe I'm login and at the time some different user section value will be generated. Maybe Narayana login different, then it will be generated for the user section value be different. Means this is dynamically changing this value. So we can consider as a user section value also one of the dynamic value. It is coming from the server side. It is coming from the server side. Okay, one more is the user section. You can note it. So again, come down and user section we identified and come to here. Lot start and transactions. These are we are giving. So there is no changes happening. And you can come here and this is the URL. Okay, that is fine. And you can compare. This is the like I think. Okay. This script will be test data script, I think. Okay, now we are identified what are the values will be there in our script. Through application, we identify these values, departure city, arrival city, and seating preference and flight value. And only server side, we identify the only user section value. So now we need to start our testing. Like first point will be finished. So you can observe, find the dynamic value in our script. So we are find the dynamic value or not. So how to we can find the
Small
dynamic?
doubt.
Yeah,
Small doubt. Just verification point of view. Your dynamic value verification point of view, compare the test only.
yeah, we'll talk later. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So find the dynamic value in our script. We are already find the dynamic value. Okay. After find the dynamic value, how do we find the dynamic value? We can record the script twice, and we can record the script twice with a different type of test data and compare using for the test compare.com or B and compare. Using that, we are finding the dynamic value. First point is clear, everyone? Srinivas, Jafar.
Yes, sir. It's clear. Clear, sir.
Okay, good.
Sir.
So we find the dynamic value. Then next to find the dynamic value, left boundary, right boundary. So we can go to the script now. Any one script you can take, okay? Because both scripts we recorded valid only, right? I think, yeah. So now what we need to do means we are find the dynamic value user section. See, come to the one by one. Like first is the launch, and after that login, and you are not given proper transactions. Here it will be there. You can come here, and this is the launch. We have any dynamic value, right? And come to the below next login transaction. Login transaction user section we identified. You can observe here we are already written user section value. So user section is a server side generating value. So what we can do for the correlation. So now what? We'll close one, confusing. Okay. So now login this user section value we need to do for the correlation. First, this is the we can consider as a dynamic value. After user section value is equal, what is the value it is coming? That is the dynamic value. So second step, what? What is the second step? Find the dynamic value left boundary, right boundary. How to find the dynamic value left boundary, right boundary means copy the dynamic value first in script, copy the dynamic value in script, and go to the code generation. Like code generation, nothing but output. Okay, then go to the code generation. This is the replay in output. We are able to see the code generation. See, this is the code generation. And after that, click on control home. Control home, nothing but we are going to the starting line. Click on control home. Otherwise, you can come to the control home. This is the starting line. And after that, okay. Now we need to what it did, come to the code generation, and here come to the control home, nothing but starting line, and here you can click on here, and now you can copy the dynamic value. So already I copied user section some value is equal, that is the dynamic value, you can copy. And after that you can click on this is the find next button, the arrow find next button, you can click it. Then we are able to see the dynamic value. You can see this is the dynamic value. So I click on this, it is a show for this one. Now what you need to do, you can copy, enter this value. Okay. Enter this value, go to the notepad and control V. So now this is the dynamic value, right? This is the dynamic value. So we need to identify the what? Dynamic value left boundary, right boundary. So this is the dynamic value. Left text we can consider as a left boundary, right text we can consider as a right boundary. So what is the left text? So this enter value is the left text, and this after that this is the right. So this is the left boundary, this is the right boundary after dynamic value. So this is the dynamic value, up to this only dynamic value. Dynamic value left text we can consider as a left boundary, right text we can consider as a right boundary. Now you can identify the boundaries, like we can call it as a RB, nothing but right boundary, and we can copy up to here. This is the right boundary. You can copy and paste it here. And after that, LB is equal left boundary. Then this is the after F onwards is a right boundary, because right text is we can consider as a right boundary.
Kiran, left and right.
Kiran, left boundary, right boundary, make me change.
Yeah, right boundary. So this is the right boundary. Okay. So now we are done for the boundaries we find. So second step is completed. So how do we can do? Again, I'm explaining. So first you can go to the code generation, means output window. Go to the code generation and come to the control home. Control home, nothing but starting line. You can come to the starting line, click on cursor, and copy the dynamic value here. Click on find next button. Then you can copy this entire text, and after copy the entire text, we are able to see this, and this is the dynamic value. Left text we can consider as a, this is the left. See, this is the dynamic value left. We can consider this entire value up to double colon left text. After double colon, this is the right, this is the right text. Right text we can consider right boundary, left text right. So we find the boundaries, then you can write down. So second point is completed. It's clear, everyone? So now where to write the function? Means we need to write the function exactly where we want to write the function. So for example, first we need to write the function. What is the function means? Web underscore reg underscore save underscore param. This is the function. In that function, we have the arguments will be there. We have to give for the double colons, comma, double colon, and comma, and last also one of the argument and semicolon. So this is the correlation function. Web reg save param, and here first double colon is there. What is this parameter name? Nothing but, so which value you are doing?
LB.
User section value. Means what is the dynamic value you are doing? You need to give for the that dynamic value name. Like you are doing for the user section, like that is the parameter name. Parameter name, what is the parameter name? User section. User section. Okay, value means you can give for the value. Okay, whatever maybe. That is the in first double colon we are given for the parameter name. What value we are doing? Maybe you are doing for the some departure city, you can give for the departure city. Maybe you are doing area city, you can give for the area city. Maybe you are doing flight value, you can give for the flight value. Means which value you are doing, you need to give for that name. And same to how we are given parameter username param you are given, and same way you can give for the underscore and CORR you can give. Then correlation. Maybe anyone see this user section, he done for the correlation. Easily identified. It's clear, everyone? And after that, we need to give for the this double column plus LB, this double column plus RB. Already we know this entire value can copy LB, and in the double column place you can keep the LB. And after that, RB also you can take the RB. This is the RB, control V. So RB also completed. Now where to write the function? So function where we can write in our script, that is the one of the important thing. See, for example, we are this is the function, it is there in login page. Login page, what is the snapshot? You can observe T2. So you can write same in this place, in this below, means your script will be failed, because you are doing for the correlation this value only, above only you are doing for the function is replacing, means it's not correct. Snapshot T2 is there, means you need to write for the snapshot T1 above. So snapshot you can observe T1 in this above you can write. You can write above anywhere you can, no problem. Maybe you are doing for the snapshot T3, then where you can write. See, for example, this is the dynamic value. Assume departure city is also dynamic value, right? This is the snapshot T5. So function you can write means where you can write above the T4. See T4. So this is the T4. You need to write for the above this. So same way we are doing here. This is the dynamic value T2. You need to write for the above of the T1. So now we know for that function, right? You can go here and copy this entire value and control C. We know for the function where we write, you can copy and paste it. Okay. Now what will happen means here you can observe our script parsing will be failed. You can observe. See, script parsing is failed because what will happen means load runner doesn't know for that some values. So we need to go to the function. You can observe load runner don't know for the this double colons where it is coming from the script. Like this double colon we are given double colon, but after double colon LB is equal this value up to this, right? We are copy pasted from the script. So this double colons will be there, right? Actually load runner doesn't know. So that is point of you need to give for the slash. So where is the double colon in the LB and RB? You can give for the slash. This is the one. And after hidden also you can observe double colon will be there. You can give one more. And after that name is equal to double colon will be there. You can give this. And after user section also we have there. You can give this. And after value is equal to also one more is there. But you can observe here also will be there. Why you are not giving? So that value I given because the syntax point of view we are only given. And after that RB also you can identify this double colon we are given. But RB is equal to after double colon is coming from the script. So you can give this. Now you can observe script parsing is succeeded. Means where is the double colon in that place you can give for the slash. Okay. So now script parsing first, then we are completed for the step up to where to write the function also completed. We are written the function also. We need to substitution. Substitution nothing but see this is the parameter name. So in this place, where is the dynamic value? This is the dynamic value, right? Can remove this dynamic value. In this place, you can replace with the parameter name as a user section core with open curly brace, close curly brace. Now substitution also completed. Though, so this is the correlation concept. Now we'll save it and we'll execute. Now you can observe your script will be passed and now you can come to the output window. Everything we are able to see the output window only. I think we are not got any output means we need to change the settings, runtime settings and logs, string logs only will be there, right? See now you can observe starting onwards, starting iteration 1 and the launch is started and you can observe saving parameter user section core value is equal, value is captured this value. So this value and what is the came from the script is same or not you can check. You can go to here and I copy the first will be this is the coming from the after execution as a replay and this is came from the in the script. Now you can observe Both will be same or different.
Different.
So means what will happen every time you are running for that means every new user coming, the value is changing. So if it is the value is changing, what will happen means your script will fail for the multiple user point of view, not done for the correlation. Then what will happen means your script will be failed because every time this value is changing, so you are not capturing. Then what will happen? The server value is every time is changing. So that is why it is your script will fail obviously. So that is why you need to do for the correlation. See, now you can observe again. I will do for the one more execution. This time is a one more different value is coming. So correlation, how we are doing is we are capturing the through the boundaries. We are capturing that value. Now we can change for that value also, no problem. It is a work for the multiplier point of view. See, now we can come to again, and now you can copy this dynamic value and compare. Now we'll compare here. This is the second time. You can observe everything same or different.
Different.
Different means every time you can executing for the means user to user, every time this value is changing. So that is why we are doing for the correlation. It's clear, everyone? So we can do for the manual correlation. So end to end like this. First, we need to find the dynamic value in our script and find the dynamic value left boundary, right boundary, where to write the function and substitution. Find the dynamic value means what we done. We can record the script twice with a different type of test data and compare using for the test compare or band compare. And second step, find the dynamic value left boundary, right boundary. How to we can find the dynamic value left boundary means go to the code generation and come to the control home and click on find next, and we are able to see the dynamic value. You can copy the enter this text and keep it in notepad. And now this is the dynamic value. Dynamic value left text we can consider as a left boundary, right text we can consider a right boundary. So that is the for the second step. Where to write the function means we need to where we can write the function. First we know for the what is the function. What is the function? Web underscore reg underscore save underscore param. In that what are the arguments means user section code means parameter name, comma, LB, comma, RB, and last also one of the argument. So after that, we need to where to write the function is now you can go to the script and we are able to see the for example, you are doing for the T8, for example, this is the dynamic value. T8, it will be the dynamic value. Then where we can write T7 above, you need to write for the function. So you can observe this is the T7. So T7, after that, we can write for the function here. So just you need to do for the where to write the function means that is the where to write the function. Finally will be substitution. Substitution nothing but we are done for the correlation for this value user section. So where is the dynamic value in that place you can replace with the this value. So now you can observe output you are able to see the replace value also you are able to see the you can go to the replay and go here. You can observe this is the correlation saving parameter user section value, substitution parameter user section core is equal to what is the value it is coming from the here, same value we are substituting from the here.